Kyle, what's going on in the GBG, the good, bad, and gaga?
Well, Chelsea Handler doesn't really keep quiet about anything. She doesn't really have what most people call a filter, per se. And as Leanne Rimes was going through her divorce for cheating on her husband with Eddie Cibrian, Chelsea Handler didn't hold back and made a lot of fun of her. But I guess Leanne Rimes is trying to repair her image and show everybody that she's got a sense of humor. So she went on the Chelsea Handler show, and the elephant in the room was confronted.
I know that you've seen me talking about you
Absolutely.
on the show. I was bawling my eyes out and going, what's going on with my life? And then I was watching your show thinking I could get a laugh out of it. And instead I was laughing at you laughing at me. And, but I actually, it was the first time I could cry and laugh at the same time during that time in my life. Those are great memories for me.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they are really
Well,
good.
your divorce was great memories for me, too.
Oh, and everyone else.
It's not too often you can say that.
I guess that's a good way to handle it.
Thank you for making
Very
fun of me.
passive-aggressive, Chelsea Handler. I love it.
Last night, Hollywood Week continued on American Idol. We got the follow-up on little Simone, who sang Sitting at the Dock of the Bay, passed out on stage. She's fine. They took her to the doctor. They said she was a little bit dehydrated. She needed to eat more. She joined a group. Everything was fine. However, there was more drama on the show. No real singing yesterday, which I thought was very odd.
No, it was like half American Idol, half house.
Yeah, I was like, okay, then. We got to see the contestants form groups, and they're not always with people that they like. Hee Jin Han is the Asian dude who didn't have a whole lot of confidence during the first part of auditions. He got grouped up with this dude wearing a cowboy hat and didn't really have a whole lot of nice things to say about him.
I don't know how they do it in a cowboy town, but this is not how we break it down, man. Cowboy, I don't even know his name.
5, 6, let me hold you.
Did you even see this move? What was this from? Oh my goodness, did you see that?
Jimmy goes, I hate Cowboys. And then he goes, I even hate the Dallas Cowboys.
He's like, my friends are going to see this, and I don't really want him to make fun of me. Then they focused on this cop who had a really hard time finding a group. She was really kind of annoying, yelling
Very
and screaming
annoying.
on the microphone. Okay, I need someone who's singing Joy to the World. Joy to the World. Who's singing it?
Why not just switch songs?
She finally finds 3 people who need, someone, but she's getting the sense that her profession is getting in the way.
What are you singing? Joy to the World? Stuck like glue?
You look really athletic.
I am. I'm a cop.
And I'm scared.
Okay. Nobody likes cops. Should I ask him the cop question? Do you like cops? Cops? Do you like police officers? My dad's a police officer. Is that a trick question? I'm a cop. Do you like cops? I have nothing against it. Do you like cops?
They scare the hell out of me.
Okay, then. And she ended up finding a group, and we didn't get to see anyone actually audition. So
But she's doing Joy to the World. She's like, I'm doing Joy to the World, and everyone thought it was the holiday Joy to the World. Instead, it's the Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Like, she should have walked around, I'm doing Jeremiah was a bullfrog. I didn't know that song was called Joy to the World. I know they get to it later in the song.
Right.
But everybody thought she was singing Joy to the World.
Right, it sounds like everybody else is singing hit 'em up style, right?
Yeah.
Everybody
There were
else
a
is
lot
practicing
of
that
those,
one.
Yeah. So next week we'll get to see them actually audition. Good news for Chris Brown. It looks like he may end up getting off of his probation a little early. He's completed 701 hours of community service. He has done everything that he needed to do, was truthful, cooperative. He hasn't tested positive for any illicit substances. So his probation officer filed a report yesterday asking that he can actually get off of probation early, following the rules that Chris Brown. Now, Chris Angel, however, I'm not too sure what happened here. There's a little bit of a scuffle yesterday between him and one of his Magic producers. At this point, the details are pretty slim to none as to what exactly started this fight, but we do have actual audio from it. I don't know who was just like, oh no, this is getting serious. I'm going to go, press record, don't hold the camera.
It was the producer guy said he was getting audio because he thought he's seen Chris Angel kind of like rise up on people before, so he would have it on tape.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what our sources are saying.
we don't really have a video yet, but it did get pretty intense.
Don't point your finger in my face. I'm not pointing my hand at your... You're out of here right now. Get off, man. Get off, please. Get out of here. Don't dare touch me. I'm touching you. You're moving out of my place. You cannot touch theory that is null and void. Yeah, you'll see what happens. And I want you to come after me with everything you have. Get out of my place right now. Now, before I knock you out. Get out of my place now. I'm not touching you. Don't point your attorneys come here. Get your attorneys and show me the bruises that you have. And I will subpoena Maria in court because of what you did. Look at your finger pointing. Get out of my place. Pointing does not mean touching and grabbing. Get out of my place.
And now that you know that the producer guy is the guy who taped it sounds like he's provoking him, too.
A little
Which
bit.
makes me come back on Chris Angel's side. I never
Chris
was
should have
off
just
it.
started levitating over him and go, get out of here. Get out of
I
here.
will turn you into a squirrel.
Right. I told you guys yesterday Halle Berry wants to move to France, and her baby daddy, Gabriel Aubrey, is a little ticked off because they've got a 2-year-old daughter. He thinks she's just moving to get away from him so he can't spend time with his little wee one. However, now we're hearing it actually has to do with something a little more serious. She's been receiving death threats from this guy, Robert Hoskins, who is a mentally unstable man to the point where he was in a mental institution, escaped from the institution, and now has been giving her death threats. This is the same guy that told Madonna he would slit her throat in the past, was actually shot by her bodyguard in 1995 as he trespassed onto her property. And at that point, he was put in the mental institution. Well, he is escaped, and now he's targeting Halle Berry. So I would think she has a kind of a reason to get out of there. That's pretty scary.
Pretty freaky visual image of a guy escaping a mental institution, like still in the straitjacket, crazy hair.
No pants.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is just adorable. It's really not gossip or anything like that, but on the Ellen DeGeneres show, do you guys remember the little tiny girl, Sophie Grace, who sang Nicki Minaj, and she nailed it?
Super cute.
She was back on the show. Super bass. She was back on the show, and her sister sang their own version of Turn My Swag On.
How cute are they?
Ever. If you want to see it for yourself, log onto our website, johnjrich.com, keyword GBG. While you're there, I don't know what the heck happened to Macaulay Culkin. He claims he's super healthy, but he looks deathly thin. It's a scary vision. That picture is also on our website, johnjrich.com, keyword GBG.